sorry, that's my full answer.
It's okay. It's good.
Here's my answer.
Oops, I just
It's okay.
I want to do all.
almost done.
We like to know all your thoughts. Are you sure you want to know?
And this is when it began that they were having dinner at Tuck's house.
I like the last part.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Section.
What were the rules at dinner time? Give me a rule.
Okay. There were no rules, but at Winnie's house she couldn't lick her fingers, and at the Tuck's house they didn't use napkins, and that's all I can remember.
Okay, Talitha, what else?
There was one rule, you had to stay quiet.
Oh, why? Why did they stay quiet during dinner?
Eat all their food.
So they were completely focused on eating their dinner. What else, Emma?
Wasn't it because, like, if there was food on the table, then you had to be pretty quiet?
Yes, you had to be quiet. Yes, definitely. What else? Any other rules that they had?
If I go back,
Or a rule that
you
might
could
be...
sit anywhere.
Right, they didn't just sit around the table like this in a
They were in
chair.
the parlor, so some of them were like on the floor with the chairs and the table, and some of them were like had their food on their lap.
Right.
Yeah, and some,
That would be messy.
Okay, compare that to dinner at your house. What's the difference, Emma?
I sit on the table.
Sit
not
on the table?
sit at the table, and you have to be polite, and you can't like reach over people, like grab stuff. You have to like ask for
We
it.
have to be very polite.
And you have to
Use your fingers. Perfect.
I sit wherever I want when I eat.
Okay, but are you at the table?
No.
No. Okay. So you're kind of like the Tuck family.
Yes, I just sit wherever I want.
Okay. Noah?
When we have like regular dinner, a nice dinner, spaghetti, salad, we sit at the table.
Okay.
Like, if we had like a pizza dinner and we want to watch a movie while we eat pizza, we go in the living room
Okay.
and sit on the couch.
Okay.
And
Watch a movie.
Like with ice cream, we would sit out there.
That's what I do.
Any kind of dessert, we would probably sit out there, or any kind of like
Okay.
pizza. And then we go. Sometimes we have a fire pit, so we usually.
So you might go outside even to eat. Okay. Aubrey?
My table is like right in front of our TV, so we get to sit where we can see the TV, and we're not allowed to like wipe our food on our sleeves. We have to use a napkin.
We have to use a napkin.
Yeah, we don't
We have
have
to
to,
put our
but my
napkins
mom would
in our
like
laps.
us.
She would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Chloe?
Okay, so we have a table in our living room. We have a table in our dining room, but we have a coffee table that looks like a smaller, shorter version of our dining room table in our living room.
Mhm.
So when we have nachos and we want to watch like a movie or a show or something like that, or pizza or something like that, we would sit at the little coffee table. We're not allowed to sit on our couches because they're new and our dog's not allowed to get on them. And so my dad said, well, they're new and we don't want to spoil them. And my mom says, well, the dog's not allowed to sit on the couches, so we shouldn't be allowed to sit on the couches with food because the
Okay.
dog can't dirty them, so we should not dirty them either. But my mom really likes manners, so we have to have our napkins in our lap, and I have to set the table, and it's
Oh, you set the table.
I set the table.
Would they do that at the Tuck's house?
No.
There's no tables. Just
I don't
sets,
do
right?
that. I just put
Okay.
them down and
so
eat it.
I have to like do all the proper table settings.
Okay.
My brother clears it.
So,
everything.
Are you
I did.
comfortable in that setting where you're going to go sit down at the dinner table and eat together?
No.
Or would you be more comfortable at the Tuck's house where you sit wherever?
Tuck's house.
Not
Tuck's
at
Tuck's
the
house. What about you? Your house or
If I got
Tuck's?
to sit on a couch, probably the Tuck's house.
Okay. Delaney, what about you? Tuck's or yours?
But it was bumpy. Don't you remember that?
Oh.
You would not want to sit on like
Because
that.
since they didn't really talk, I like talking with my family at dinner
So do
and seeing how their day was. Except I would also like how it was kind of relaxed at dinner time at their house, and they kind of just sat wherever they wanted. They got some,
Once
Okay.
I asked my mom.
Chloe, which place would you be most comfortable?
Well, at my house, because I don't really like eating I don't really like eating in the living room because I'm always nervous I'm actually going to spill something at home or
Okay.
something.
So you want to be
Because-
neat.
I'm pretty messy. and so is my mom. Like,
Okay.
if you saw her eating a powdered sugar donut.
Now, let's not tell all our secrets, okay? Talitha, where would you be more
I'd
comfortable?
probably be more comfortable at the Texas house because I,
A little more freedom there?
yeah.
Okay. Noah, how about you?
And I usually
Oh,
try
I already
to
said, but I want
Okay.
to put some, like sometimes on occasions, like on championship, basketball, tournaments, Super Bowl. Like on the Super Bowl, our mom let us have like a Mexican fiesta in our room. So like we had taquitos, then we had salsa with chips,
So it was a special time.
and we had all these cupcakes, and we had cookies. We had all this food,
Sounds like
Mexican
Christmas.
food, and then we had like this bean dip, the cowboy caviar, and just sit down and watch the Super Bowl.
So it was a different
It
night.
wasn't the Super Bowl. It was.
It's okay. All right. Keep going.
The puppy bowl.
Now, Winnie,
Yeah.
I heard the kitten bowl was the
hey girls, Winnie begins to get a little homesick. You know, she thought, oh, this is really exciting to be in this new place, and they do things so differently, but she gets homesick. And it's time to go to bed, and she has some visitors after she goes to bed. Tell me.
everyone's talking about Jesse.
Tell me about the visitors and what happened. Delaney, tell me about one.
Well, the very last one was Jesse.
Okay, so what happened when Jessie came?
He went downstairs
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of kneeled behind the couch
Uh-huh.
and he was like, "Well, Winnie, I was just thinking we could."
You spit it out, Delaney. Spit it out.
You could wait until you're 17 and drink from the spring, and then we could go off together and get married. and
That's
go all
what
across the
that was
world.
my prediction.
Okay.
So,
So
you
that
guys
was-
can propose to her.
Oh my gosh.
Because he said, well, we could
Yeah.
get married. So that was one person that came to see her. Who was another person?
Miles.
Okay.
And
Oh, wait, did Miles come?
wait,
No,
No,
wait,
Miles
this
didn't
is
come.
tough.
I'm thinking of someone else.
You're thinking of the dad.
I was
Angus.
sorry, I thought we were talking about something else.
That's okay. That's
I thought
okay.
we were talking about when they went off to the boat.
Okay, we'll talk about that in just a second.
but
Talitha,
Miles is
tell us about when Angus came in.
He was like, "Are you sure you're comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna be okay? We're not really used to visitors."
He said, I would give you the bed, but it's not
Any better.
It's not any better.
And what did he offer to do for her?
You sure you don't need anything?
That he would do what?
He'd switch.
Well, there was something else he offered.
To take her home on the road.
No.
No, what
He
was
offered to
weird?
stay with her until
All
she fell
night.
asleep.
But she
He
said,
no.
I'm the one who's supposed to be answering this question.
He said,
No,
good.
I'm good. So he said, just yell for me if you need anything. I'm just in the other room.
Right. So he
And
was
Jessie
very
comes.
nice to her.
No, it
But
was,
then we had May. What did May say?
Well, I'm just gonna say that, like, I think she might be a little frustrated because, like, if she's trying to fall asleep, I don't think she.
I don't think before they do things, and they might think it's cool. Definitely.
Don't remind.
No. I probably wouldn't want to drink from the spring, but I might also want to so I could spend time with the Tuck family since they're really sweet. They are a really nice family, aren't they?
Yes.
And do you feel like they all have the same idea that they're stuck? Or is there one that doesn't feel quite so stuck?
I think they all feel
I
stuck.
think Jesse doesn't feel so stuck.
Yeah, because
Why?
because he's thinking, ooh, when he gets 17, ooh, maybe
We're gonna
we can get married and we can go all over the world
He-
forever
he's
and always
still
be
thinking-
happy.
Right, it's
Miles
like
was
we can
thinking
explore together. We can
And
have a great time
Those
together.
other three are like, oh, this is
Does
so
he's thinking that he
miserable.
could move all over the place
And he
live
thinks
experience
that
everything.
he can still live his life.
But
happily.
doesn't Miles like Winnie too? Don't
Yeah.
they? They
Yes.
go like they kill each other trying to.
But okay, Miles is kind of in a different situation. How? Emma? How is
can I
it?
say what I thought about
Yes.
that? Okay, so
Yes.
I think like Jesse doesn't understand that what he's missing out on, and he doesn't understand what he's going to put Winnie through if if she does drink from it. So
And I think
Does he have her best interest at heart when he's saying you could drink from the spring at 17 and we could go and do all these things together and travel and see the world?
Yes. I think so.
Is he really thinking about what's best for Winnie?
No, he's thinking about what's best for him. But
For what he
he
wants.
actually Winnie would
Okay.
want